hello there. I didn't see you come in. Again, I get very caught up in my reading. Fantastic book, by the way. Welcome back. Today we will be talking about something a little different. Mustache waxes are great, but what do we do in the days that we don't wear mustache waxes? Maybe at night, when it's time to sit down and relax, watch a movie before bed. What do we do then? I've got the answer just for you. Mustache oil. Well, actually it's beard oil. But let's break the stigma. Let's change the way we look at beard oil. Because you don't need a beard to use beard oil. Anything will do. So, today we will be talking about Captain Fawcett's Private Stock beard oil. I've had this particular bottle for a fair time, but when you're only using it on your mustache, it lasts a long time. This particular beard oil is a nice amber color. It has a fantastic scent, and it lasts a fair time. Now, before I jump on into the details of it, let's talk about beard oil and mustache wax. You should never mix beard oil and mustache wax at the same time. Mustache wax will often just melt when you put beard oil on it. So that's why if you're using both at the same time and you're saying, why can't I get a good hold? Why doesn't it work very well? The mustache wax is coming apart when you put your beard oil right on it, which is good information to know for when you're ready to take your mustache wax out. But let me tell you, it's better not to use this beard oil to remove your mustache wax because this is very valuable. Better to use a cheaper general oil, like argan oil is a third the price for maybe even more volume. So better to use a cheap oil to get your mustache wax out at night if you really want it out. I'm a bit of a stickler for not going to bed with too much mustache wax, so I do want to get it out at night. I just pop in some argan oil. Cheap, it's good for you too, good for your skin. But let's talk about this oil, right? This oil has a fantastic scent to it. It is, let's see here, we've got it at the bottom, 50 milliliters of oil here. And it comes with a glass dripper, I suppose you could call it. Glass tube, which you squeeze the nipple at the top, and it will suck the oil into the tube. And then what we do is we unscrew the top, like so. And I'm giving you the demonstration of what do you do when you don't have a beard, but you have a mustache, like me. So what I usually do is I take my finger, whichever finger is bigger for more volume, and I just put a drop right on the tip. And then I take it and I kind of rub it in there. I like to go around the top of my mustache. And then your finger's still going to have some oil. I then go underneath. I get the skin underneath the mustache. And then whatever's left, just pop it somewhere. Whatever you want. You don't want to waste it. So I go around the top of the mustache. I pop it in the middle here, right under the nose. Then I move it around the top. Then I go underneath the mustache, right? You're moisturizing the hair or the skin right above. So those top hairs are going to be moisturized. And then you go right underneath those bottom hairs. But you can't do much without a comb, okay? Take that comb, mustache comb, and you just run it through. Just like that. One thing that I really like about this comb, this is also a Captain Fawcett comb. You might tell, you might not. The letters have rubbed off. I've had this comb for years. One thing I really like about this comb is you've got some area, right at the top. And that area right here, you're going to check that after you put the oil in your mustache and you comb it through. You might get a little bit of oil buildup right at the top of the comb, okay? So then what I do is I close the comb, and then later on, after maybe a couple hours, what I do is I take the comb back out and I go through again, and the oil is sitting at the top of the comb above the teeth. I just rub that in. So you're getting all that oil. You might not use it all at once. If you do 2 fingers, 3 fingers, maybe you've got a gigantic mustache, you do a few fingers on there. Don't worry too much, because the comb is going to take some of that oil, the excess oil, out, and it's going to keep it nicely above the teeth. You're going to get a little line of oil on each side. And the way the mustache comb folds, I'm sorry, the camera angle just is throwing me off today. The way the mustache comb folds, that oil that's sitting at the top above the teeth is not going to touch the sides. Okay, so it's keeping that oil there for you for hours, right? Make sure that's closed. So that's just a little tip, I would say. But I gotta tell you, just because you don't have a beard doesn't mean that you shouldn't have beard oil, right? Your mustache is thirsty. The skin of your mustache is thirsty. I highly recommend you get some oil. I'm going to give the price of the oil down at the bottom of the screen and some little bits of information, but let me tell you about the smell, okay? Let's see here. The smell is the same as the mustache wax. The mustache wax, I believe, is based off of the oil. So it is a delectable blend of fragrant essential oils fused with sweet almond, jojoba, and vitamin E base oils. An elegantly scented balance of cedar wood, black pepper, patchouli, and palmarosa essential oils. This information you can find on the Captain Fawcett website. Just go check the oil and you'll see the description. It is fantastic. Like I've said, it's got a good smell. Nice, herbal, floral, woody, but not a bad, basic woody. It's like a gentle woody. I tend to get more of the floral, more of the herby smells when I'm smelling. Right now, I just put it in. You saw me put it in, right? So I just put it in, and I can smell it very gently. Little inhale. You're going to smell it a little bit. It's not overpowering, right? Just like the mustache wax, it doesn't overpower you. If you put your hand, like I told you, put your hand over your nose, over your mouth, inhale, exhale quickly, you're going to move that air around that space and you're going to smell it. So it is there. Beard oil is not something that you need to put in only once a day. It depends on your skin, okay? If you live in a very dry environment, you might need it more. If you live in a very humid environment, maybe you don't need it as much, but having moist skin is important, but also having the oils is important. For the mustache waxes, the oils are not as essential in terms of what they do for your skin, but for the beard oil, it is essential. So you might say, oh, my skin's great. It's humid, it's hot, my skin is nice and moist, but are you really doing your skin the best favor? When you use this, you are feeding your skin with some very essential things. Vitamin E is very good for your skin. So, that is a good thing. They all come with the glass tube. Some bottles will be colored depending on which one you get. Private Stock is a clear bottle, beautiful amber colored liquid here, and it's got the nipple at the top for you to push the air out and pull the oil in. One good thing is that when you unscrew it like so, and you lift it up, just get that extra oil off the side, and you just hold it up there like so, it is not going to come out. It will come out very, very, very slowly. But until you squeeze the top piece here, it will stay in there, so it has great suction power. You're able to control very accurately how much oil comes out. So I get very positive reception with this oil. I am told that it does smell great. People really like it. When they are around me, they're smelling the oil, and it's nice. So I have gotten positive reception from people about the scent of my mustache when I'm using the oil. It is a very good smell. It is, just like I said in my mustache wax video, although oil and mustache wax, they have different purposes, of course. If you go out into the city, like I said with the mustache wax, you go out with the mustache wax, it's going to protect your nose from nasty smells. Yes, the oil will do that as well, but you're mainly just getting a gentle scent with that nutrient-providing oil going into your skin. So it smells great and what have you, but remember, don't mix oils and mustache waxes, and don't use this oil to remove your mustache wax. Use a cheaper oil, like argan oil is good. So, that is my opinion of the oil. It is good. I would recommend it. It costs, I'm going to put the price down there, but let me tell you, is it worth it? I've had this bottle for ages, and I've only used about 2/5 of the bottle. So it is certainly worth it. It lasts for eons. If you've only got a mustache, it is fantastic. I would highly, highly recommend that you pick it up. You might have a gigantic not a gigantic beard. Maybe you have a gigantic beard. You should get this beard oil. But maybe you have a gigantic mustache, right? One that comes down to here, right? Just a gigantic curtain. That is a thirsty mustache, right? You might not know it, you might not feel it, but the skin underneath doesn't see the light of day, you're going to want to give that some nutrients. So for anybody, I'd recommend this. Maybe you have a big beard. Yeah, definitely. It might not last as long for you if you've got a gigantic beard, but it still will last a fair time. You don't need much. As the saying goes, a little bit goes a long way. So that is my review of the Private Stock Beard Oil 50 milliliters. They do sell the smaller version, but I just figure it's a good smell. Why not get the big one, right? I'm going to use it all, so may as well get the big one, right? Make sure that you put the cap on when you finish using it, and make sure that you store it in a safe place. You don't want to bump it over. It is glass. So, yes, the dripper, glass dripper inside is, I'd say it is, it's strong enough. You know, you might be putting it in and you might not be looking. A little bump shouldn't hurt. Don't go waving it around, you know, whacking things with it, obviously. But putting it in and out, it's pretty good. So I would say that it's built just fine. I've had it for years, so no problems. The design of the dripper is fantastic. So you're getting a very controlled amount. Anyways, I told you in the last video that I would make my review shorter, and I'm trying. My computer is very old, so these big long reviews, it kills my computer, but I just can't help it. I just want to keep talking. Remember to use your mustache comb to collect that extra oil. It's a little trick that I use. And then later on in the day, when your mustache has really drank up that oil, you can reapply, right? This does hold a bit of oil on it. If you have too much on your mustache, it'll just collect on here. And then later in the day, a couple hours later, just go through it again, okay? Remember, don't mix oil and mustache wax. Anyways, I must return to my reading. So, I bid you a good day.